My name is Caroline Poynton from Manchester Bury, and I am recording this today about another stabbing in England. Now a 17-year-old girl.
Hey guys, I know the headline on the video title is very different to what you're looking at right now, but we'll get to that in a sec, okay? We'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
There's a reason I'm talking about this one first. But before I get to that, please click the link down below. Go to my second channel, Dino Bain Daily, can't even say it, and subscribe to that channel. It gives me another outlet. It helps me combat the shadow banning that happens on this channel. The Eye of Sauron is on this one right now, so I'm going to start uploading to the other one. I'm still going to upload to this one, but the other one's going to get more views, the other one's going to get more traction until they get the attention on that one as well. And then I'll make another channel. We'll keep going. We'll just keep going. We'll just keep going, making new channels everywhere. We'll see if that works. It's not fair, it's not right, but we have to do it to get the voice out there, guys. We have to keep making these channels. I
wondered why it doesn't subscribe. I thought YouTube were doing the same old story.
The voice of the people, the voice of the working man, because it's often not heard by anyone. So please help the channel by going down below, subscribing to this one if you want, but also please go to the other channel and subscribe to that as well. I do appreciate it. It is a pain in the ass, but really I do massively appreciate it. Let's get back to this. So, you might have saw the video title. We're going to get to that. Let's talk about this first. MP blasts police response after Amazon driver walks into his Essex home and says, "It's not good enough."
No.
The reason I want to talk about this one first is because it reminds me of the Great Stink. Now, the Great Stink was something that happened in London long before we had sewer systems that would allow us to get rid of all the detritus that we would throw into the streets. And we used to throw our refuse into the river Thames. And it got to a point where it was so bad. And this is, by the way, after hundreds of thousands, thousands of people, I would say hundreds of thousands, probably an exaggeration, but thousands of people had died of cholera and all sorts of diseases. The Black Death swept through London. It wasn't really tackled until the MPs in Westminster found it a little bit annoying. They were like, what's that stinky stick? I don't like that. Let's create a sewer system that will get rid of it. And that helped everyone, right? But it was only until the MPs were inconvenienced that they decided to do something. I feel like this is kind of similar. So this MP had this migrant, if I can show you, you can see this now, try to get into his house. Look at him trying to get in through the door. Now the MP, luckily, was there, and it wasn't his wife, it wasn't his daughter or something like this. God knows what would have happened if it wasn't him that was answering the door. That guy was determined to get in. For whatever reason, that guy wanted in his house. Shouldn't he in this country? No! No, he shouldn't. But anyway, let's get back to this. MP, blast response, Amazon driver walks into the house, not good enough. Let's listen to what he says. I don't like the fact that everyone's smiling in these videos.
You must have been incredibly surprised when the door just opened and this man walked in. What was your response?
Whoa is the quick and short answer to that. Thank you very much for having me on your show this morning. It's frightening. What you do not expect to see bursting through your front door is a grown man that you've never seen before. I had three...
Oh, you're not allowed to show his face. You're not allowed to show his face, guys. You're not allowed to show his face. Look at his face. Look at his face, everyone.
With my young children on the living room floor, just feet behind me. And if I'd have been somewhere else, who knows really what the next actions would have been. So deeply frightening and certainly something that needs looking at from my position as a parliamentarian on how we can improve things for the whole country.
There we go. James, it's inconvenienced the MP, so now they're going to step up and say, oh yeah, actually it's inconvenienced me, I need to do something to help the country.
Many people will be asking about your security arrangements here because you are a member of Parliament, and the ability for someone just to be able to barge in your front door like this should be very worrying. Are you speaking to parliamentary authorities about this too?
Yeah, so I do want to be slightly cautious with what I say here. I do have some extremely effective deterrents in place, and I do have a lot of security. The trouble with a lot of those things is
Why? Why do you need that? You didn't need that before.
No.
When I was growing up, you could leave the door unlocked and you would not be accosted. No, people wouldn't be walking into your house. They certainly wouldn't be a bunch of foreigners walking into your house. The worst thing that ever happened to anyone on my street growing up was their bike got nicked.
Yeah.
That's it.
Almost sort of the nuclear option. And what I had here was a man, frankly, completely surprised me. It's very fortunate that I was in absolutely the right place at the absolutely the right time. And I, by my presence, managed to get him out of my home very quickly. Now, I could have used some of those measures, which would have brought a lot of police to me immediately. But because I was able to get the door closed and lock it, I was able to take a few minutes to decide whether that was fully appropriate. Obviously, I rang 999. Obviously, I explained the situation to them. But I think what's really exacerbated this and forced me to look at this from a more strategic position.
I'd have used your panic button. I'd have used your panic. Like I'm assuming he's talking about some kind of MP special red panic button or something, like a Batman signal, right? I'd have pressed it so the police could get there and get that guy. Calling 999. Okay, we'll send an officer, and 3 weeks later you're still waiting.
In terms of how we deal with this for everyone in the country is their response. And I will stress, I'm not someone who takes any pleasure from bad-mouthing our frontline services. These guys really do some heroic work. But I think the response yesterday was somewhat lacking. There's a grown man has entered someone's home. Now, there is a lot of legality around intent.
There is.
And that is probably the crucial point that the police would focus on. But of course, they're just making assumptions, and that's really where this falls down. We've got a member of parliament, a grown man has stormed into his house, and their answer was, "Oh, it's a civil matter." No, and
So there you go. The police actually refused to engage in this because it was a civil matter. They were like, "Okay, well, there was no crime committed, therefore we don't need to be there." Just because he tried to enter your home, it doesn't mean that he wanted to murder you and your family.
Yeah.
If he actually attempted to murder you and your family, then we'd turn up. But not until then. He has to actually start the stabby stuff first.
Stabby
and the reason I'm talking about this, guys, is because no one's mentioning this.
About it.
Lovely
Like
girl,
Charles,
17,
why is he
stabbed to
not
death
talking
as a
about
baby
any of
brother
this?
hid under his bed. This is what happens when they get into your house.
About Christine.
This is what happens when the intent is there, and there isn't a grown man to stop them. Let's read this. A lovely, bubbly teenage girl stabbed to death in her own bedroom while her mum was at home has been named as Lainey Williams. The 17-year-old was at home with her family when she was attacked on Thursday morning, with her mother, Rianne, telling her son to hide under his bed to avoid being hurt. Armed police were called to the family home in Sefnham Forest near Blackwood, South Wales, shortly after 7 a.m. yesterday.
Nice area.
Yesterday, guys. This is not on the news, right? The MP,
Where is it?
that's all over the news.
Yeah,
This
but
poor
that
17-year-old girl,
not,
nothing, silence. The teenager was
because
found
it was
lying
illegal
in
that
the pool
did
and
it.
was pronounced dead at the scene. Her
King
mother,
Charles'
38,
fault once
Leanne
again.
Stevens, was also injured in the attack and was airlifted to hospital. The 18-year-old man has been arrested on suspicion of murder and attempted murder. Lainey's grandfather told the Daily Mail the alleged killer was seen outside the house, shirtless, at 5:30 a.m. and waited for Rianne's boyfriend to leave for work before entering through an open door. This is exactly what that MP almost happened, right? Exactly what that MP is talking about. This almost happened to him. There wasn't a guy to protect this girl. There wasn't a grown man to stop this man entering her house and stabbing her to death. Yet, the media's concentrating on this MP and not the actual crime.
Yeah.
This is why the police are a joke.
This is why they're liars.
This
is why they're involved. They're involved in killing people.
Sat down, then walked
they
back
are
up
the
again.
terrorists.
That's just a civil matter. It's only when they start stabbing people that it becomes
There's all
real.
different organisations and
The
gangs.
police are not protecting us.
Exactly,
Our
there's all
government is not
different
protecting
gangs
us.
and
These people
terrorists.
shouldn't be here.
They
I
are
am guessing
terrorists, all of
that
them.
this guy is not British.
Yep, that's why you don't know his
Carter came out of his
identity.
room and told Rianne, and Rianne told him to get back and hide under the bed. Her great-grandmother, Florence Jones, 78, said, "I'm in total shock. She was a lovely, bubbly girl. She lived with me for the last few years. I can't believe what's happened. Things like this don't happen in our family.
No.
They shouldn't happen to anyone, guys. The government is doing this to us. The government is betraying their contract. The government are representing the people and they're supposed to protect us. That is their main goal as government, right? We give them money and they're supposed to protect us.
Well,
They're not doing their
that.
job.
They'll
This is
fail.
an illegitimate government. Illegitimate.
Illegitimate.
Neighbours
That's a
described
terrorist
being awoken by
organisation.
sirens, helicopters and banging doors with squads including firearm officers arrived at the scene.
We are being ripped off by terrorists.
Tributes to the girl began to pour in on Thursday night. RRP, sweetheart, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I just can't believe this, guys. The police will not protect you unless they start attacking you. Unless it's too late.
Yeah,
this 17-year-old girl should not be dead. She should not be dead. These people should not be in this country. They should not be allowed to just walk through your front fucking door and stab you to death in your bedroom. I did say it
before they come through people's doors. I did say that.
What is this country coming to? We're represented by psychopaths.
What I mean by going through people's doors, I mean like, I don't mean like drug dealers, I mean like in the way that he's just done it, where he's trying to open the door.
All the while, people will say, well, actually, immigration is our country's greatest strength.
Come through people's front doors when they got bored of the cities in the town.
No, it's not, guys. No, it's not. Immigration is causing death and carnage across this country. And it's out of control. It is out of control. This is happening every single day. These people know they can walk into your house. Do you think the migrants don't speak to each other? I've seen so many incidents now of migrants walking into people's houses and then they just walk back out again before the police are called. And then the police get there, well, it's just a civil matter, you've got to deal with this yourself. It's a civil matter. Until someone gets stabbed to death.
Well, that's not preventing it, is it? That's not preventing shit, is it? How is that prevention?
And the absolute
how is that a prevention?
Ignorance of this country, this government to solve the problems that they've
won't
created.
Solve shit
They'll
because
call
they
you
created
racist.
it, exactly.
They'll call you a xenophobe. And
because they don't want to say that they created it.
To shut you up for the sake of diversity, while children are being murdered in their fucking bedrooms. I am
in our own bedroom
point,
homes,
guys. I can't do this anymore. How can we live under this tyrannical government
anymore? We can't.
I'm not a hateful guy, but I hate the government. I hate them. I hate them with a passion.
Beautiful girl, she's beautiful. God.
The MP that I just spoke about, I hope that's a wake-up call.
And the little boy,
imagining
what he was hearing when he was under that bed.
In fear of people just turning up and deciding that they shouldn't be alive anymore.
I was going to say, imagine what he was hearing. That little boy, it's beautiful.
I hope this is our version of the great stink.
Why did Charles ever cry? Why none of them ever cry?
Something is finally done and we start.
Doesn't mean I'm a mad ass, it means I've got feelings, it means I'm a person.
Inbred pieces of shit. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I am pissed.
I'm sick of them. I want them to leave, all of them. Get back to fucking Germany. Go to fucking Qatar. Go to Saudi. We don't care. Dubai. Bye. Dubai. Bye. Go to where they fucking want, because we don't care anymore.
Footage has emerged of an Amazon driver trespassing into a customer's home. Now, the customer was actually British MP James Murdoch, who's a father of 4 children, and he's also associated with Nigel Farage and Reform UK. So first we'll take a look at this story, and then I'm going to tell you some more horrific stories about delivery drivers in the UK. So this is the footage
they're all fucking terrorists, because they're all fucking, this is why they won't do Deliveroo and fucking Just Eat and Amazon, isn't it? Because they're all the ones that they're working for. All these illegal immigrants.
He steps back out, but you can see
that's what they're for.
See the smirk on his face there, though. Let's just run it back again.
Well, that's what they're using them for.
But yeah, look at that. Look at the smirk on his face.
This is why I refuse now to get off just Deliveroo or anything else. I kind of refuse to order from them ever again, really. I don't want to, but they're making people have to do that, aren't they? By not having anything in the shop.
What if my wife or teenage daughter had been standing in my place? The footage is clear. The driver approaches the door.
I think Amazon should be done and Just Eat.
His way inside. I don't know what his intentions were, and that is exactly the point. I contacted the police. Their exact words were, trespass is a civil matter.
And the English people will do the jobs for Amazon and things.
Confirmed it. So let's be absolutely honest with the public.
But what
In
it
the
is
court
they
of law,
don't want to
if a
pay
stranger
proper
walks into
wages
your
to
house,
people.
the police may not attend. At a time when delivery
They want to
companies are
pay
hiring
cheap
thousands
labour.
of
That's why they
temporary
keep
drivers,
that's why they
who
keep
is
bringing these
turning
illegals in, so
those.
they can
Now, the
use them for
interesting
just eat
question is
and deliver
this
room,
the
paying
first time a
cheap
delivery
labour
driver
compared
has
to
entered somebody's house
what
in
the English
UK?
are going to work
No,
for.
it's happened many times before.
Yeah.
The first story is this from June
It's happened plenty of times
2025.
before.
It says men delivering
This
TV
stuff, we just
unit
haven't heard it
sexually
properly much
assaulted
yet, but
girl
now we are.
14. Two delivery men who sexually assaulted a 14-year-old girl who was home alone, leaving her crying hysterically, have been jailed. It happened in Preston, Lancashire, when Sadnam Singh, 28, and Navjot Singh, 26, were delivering a television unit which the girl's mother had bought from an online auction site. So these two absolutely disgusting scumbags are delivering a TV
and then raped a young girl.
and they decided to rape the 14-year-old girl in her home. Here's another story. Delivery driver who sexually
Dirty
assaulted women in
bastards.
her
How'd you
Doncaster
do
home
that?
jailed. And this was in
Why?
2024.
Why
It
would
says
you
a
do
food
that?
delivery driver
Why
who
would
sexually
anyone do
assaulted
that?
a woman in her home has been jailed. Dennis Barry,
Jailed? We don't
26,
want them in our
asked
jail. How
the
about they bang them
toilet
back in
after
Pakistan
taking
or
food to her
fucking
property in
wherever they
Doncaster.
belong?
After returning downstairs, he repeatedly asked her for sex. When she
And then if they
refused,
don't belong
he
in
grabbed her
Pakistan, then
shoulder,
why don't we just
causing
pay
her
for
to
a
fall
jail in
backwards. The
Pakistan
next
for
story
them?
is
Why
this
don't we
one from
build some big jails?
2023. Man
Why we
sentenced
build
to
one in
6 years and
Uganda in
4
the
months
first
in
place? Why
prison
we didn't
for
do
the
it?
attempted
Right, you know
rape
this
of a woman in
Uganda why have we not
Poynton.
built
And
a
it goes on to
jail
say
there?
a delivery driver
Why were we
has
building
been
all nice
sentenced to
little
6
posh
years and
houses?
4 months in prison
What
for
for?
the
When we
attempted
didn't send
rape of a
anybody?
woman in Portsmouth
Why
in
we not just
February.
build massive
I can't
jails in
pronounce
other
his name.
countries
34
that
Bowden
are
Street
poor
cleared at
countries,
Portsmouth Crown Court
that are
on
poor,
Friday the 26th
parts of
of
the
May,
world, places
having
that
pleaded
are
guilty
poor?
to 1 count
Why
of
do we
attempted
build
rape
massive
in
jails
connection with the
there?
incident which
That
took
will
place
help
on
the
Wednesday,
country
the
that
1st of
is
February
poor because it'll bring work to their
2023. Now, this
country.
one is the most shocking, disgusting
Obviously,
story.
you know,
Delivery
they won't be
driver
going
assaulted
anywhere, they
and
won't be
raped
getting
a
out of
pregnant
jail.
woman in her house
It'll
in
all be
Scotland.
properly
And it
done.
goes on to say a
Like you
food
saying,
delivery
3,000
driver
people,
who rose
you know, in each
terrifying
jail with a
sexual
bill.
assault on a Glasgow
Yeah, that's
County
going to
veteran
bring a
was
lot
using
of
a rented Deliveroo account.
economic things for
Mohammed
people that are in
Faisal
poor
Khan,
countries.
subjected JJ, who
Going to
asked
bring
to
them
remain
jobs
anonymous,
and
to a
things
sickening sexual attack
in
which
their
left her
own
bleeding,
country,
and
so
which
they
she
can then
believes
stay
was
in
a
their
factor
own
in the
country
pregnancy
because there's
loss
now jobs
several
there.
days later. So this
Because we
disgusting
need to get rid of
animal
all
was
these
a delivery
criminals.
driver sexually
And where we're
assaulted
going
a
to put them,
pregnant woman
we
who
haven't
was
got
an
no more
army
jails, there's
veteran,
no
and
more
she
room.
lost the baby.
So
Now, this is another
therefore,
shocking story. A Romanian migrant protected
I say we use
Amazon
the
driver
assisted dying bill
broke into a woman's house. He attacked a grandmother and 2 women in the house as well. And the story says
for
bogus
serious
Amman
radicalised crime.
jailed for attack on Luton family.
And
this is
we
some
built
of the
some
footage.
jails
He basically posed as
in
an
other
Amazon
countries, poorer
delivery driver.
countries, what are
Then
cheaper than
walked
building
into
them
the
in,
house.
cheaper than keeping them in.
He
And
assaulted
we
the
send them to
grandmother,
the
he
other jails
assaulted
that
a
we
young
build
girl,
around the
and he
world.
also assaulted the auntie as well. And this man was Romanian.
And what's
So
he
it
doing
happened
here?
in
Why is a
2019,
Romanian
this
here?
story.
What for? Why is
But
he
it
a
only just came out-
Romanian
It only
here?
came out in 2021.
What's happening in Romania?
So this
Why
section
them
there, you
fucking
can see the
Romanians
grandmother
in
who
our
assaulted the
country?
grandmother and knocked her out unconscious.
Yeah, but they're Romanians,
And
look.
then he dragged
Yeah,
the
but
young
mate, they're meant to be
woman
European.
there as well.
They're meant to be European, the
And then the
Romanians.
woman walks downstairs, the auntie comes down to see what's going on. And he assaulted her, he struck her in the head with an object, which you can see here now. So
I
yeah,
don't understand
shocking,
why they're there.
absolutely shocking
Yeah.
story. And this story says a robber, and this is a picture of the guy here, it says a robber who savagely attacked 2 women and a teenage girl in their home after posing as an Amazon driver has been jailed. And his name's Sandale Hornier, 36, and he was a Romanian national.
Why is
living
he
in
here?
London. More stories. Here's another story from
Why
Spain.
is a
It says,
Romanian
Amazon
man here?
customer
What's
says
going on in
delivery
Romania?
driver
Why
she
is he
found
here?
masturbating in her bedroom returned to her home.
And he's
So
from
a British woman
Romania.
living in Spain
Why are we
says
not
she
sending
felt
him
very
back to
vulnerable
Romania,
when
considering
Corinne
he's in
returned
an
to her
EU
house. So
country?
apparently the woman said
Don't start
an Amazon
bullshitting
delivery
that one.
driver
Is he
came
from an
into
EU
her property
country?
and started
You don't
masturbating
speak
on her
fucking
bed.
English.
And then 2 days later, he came
Why
back
are
to
they
her house
here?
again.
Why
It was
are
an
them
absolutely
Romanians in
shocking
England?
story. She was a 72-year-old
I'm fucking sick of them Romanians, they're bastards.
who was living in Spain.
They're
This
as
is a
bad
screenshot from the CCTV
as
which
the
shows it
fucking
was in
Muslims and the
2025. It says doorbell
the
image of
Islamic,
driver alleged to have
not the Muslims, the
masturbated in
terrorists,
James' home.
is,
Now,
you
just
know,
to
the
delve into this story a
radicalised
little bit
ones.
deeper, I've actually found a
They're
Freedom
as
of
bad.
Information request by Metropolitan Police revealing how many sexual offences have been committed by delivery drivers Between
Yeah.
2018
And how many wait for
2023,
Amazon and
this
Just
is the
Eat
report. It says
and deliver
delivery
them?
men and
Why is
postmen
nobody
charged with
suing
sexual
them
assault
and
offences
taking them
between
out?
2018 and 2023, and it says 2 in 2018, in 2019.
You see
there was
them
10,
that
in
delivery job,
2020
that should
there was
go
9,
to the
in
English
2021
people.
there was
The
6, in
Englishmen that need jobs.
2022 there was 13, in 2023
The
there was
Englishmen
1.
need
So
jobs.
in total there have been
And they should be going to
41
them.
sexual offences committed by delivery drivers and postmen between 2018
Well, we should be getting them off the street and learning them to drive.
Personally, I think
Like
this
me,
number
they
is
should be learning
probably
to
way higher
drive.
if you think about
They should be
incidents that
paid
were
for
not
me.
reported, if you think about offenders that were
To
not
learn
actually
to
caught
do
and fined.
stuff.
So,
But they
yeah,
don't
I
want
think it's way
to.
higher.
I
Yeah,
went
actually
to
found
college
another
and stuff
freedom
and I
of
got
information
discriminated
request
against.
from West Yorkshire Police as well, which
'Cause
says
I
how
don't
many
fit
delivery
into what
drivers
they
have been
want.
charged with sexual offences between 2019 and 2023. Now, according to them, it says West Yorkshire Police have searched all charges where the detainees stated their occupation as a driver, excluding ones such as HGV,
No, they don't.
driver, taxi driver, crane driver, etc.
No, they don't, 'cause they can't speak fucking English.
Related to all
Well, if they
sexual
can do
offences.
that, why
So
don't they
according
speak
to West
fucking
Yorkshire
English
Police,
then?
29 delivery drivers have been arrested
Yeah.
for sexual offences
And they
between
don't speak English,
2019
mate.
and 2023. As I say, I believe it's way higher. I find
Yeah.
it pretty interesting they remove taxi drivers because
Yeah.
they do play a major role specifically when
Yeah,
it comes
and
to
they're all
grooming gangs.
Muslim.
We know a lot
Yeah,
of the grooming
Muslim
gangs who are
taxi
actually
drivers. That's why they took
So,
that
yeah,
out.
29 plus 41.
I don't
I
mind
think
doing the
it's way,
delivery
way
driver
higher.
one, 'cause
Taking
like you said, there might be
into
mixed
consideration as
people
well,
in
different
that.
police forces will have separate statistics.
I was going to
for
say, there's mainly
separate
mixed
offences
people in
their
that you know,
jurisdiction. For
you
example,
might get an
Metropolitan
African black
Police
man, you
will
might
have
get
their
a
own numbers for sexual
a
offences by
Muslim, you
delivery
might get a
drivers.
white man, you might
West
get like
Yorkshire
a
Police will have their
Ukrainian,
figures, South Yorkshire will have their figures, Greater
Ukrainian,
Manchester Police will have their figures. So my belief is that there are hundreds, if not thousands, of
Romanian,
sexual
and I don't know why
offences
they're
committed
here,
by
them
delivery
Romanians.
drivers
Why are they in
across the
England,
UK.
them
And, you know,
Romanians?
this footage that was posted by James
They're fucking
McCulloch,
horrible.
this is only a snapshot of really what happened.
I'm sorry.
It could have been
Oh,
actually
sorry,
very
Kat. They
serious.
don't even speak
As James
fucking
said,
English.
imagine if one of his daughters was in the house, what would have actually happened? Would this man murdered one of his family or raped one of his
Yeah.
daughters?
Yeah.
Was this man coming for political reasons? Does he oppose Reform UK? As we know, Reform UK is against mass immigration. They're going to be stopping benefits for,
Yeah.
you know, illegal migrants, etc. in the UK. So maybe he came to cause damage because he knows that James McCulloch and his family.
Well,
are
maybe he
associated
knows,
with
realises the
UK.
name. Maybe
Yeah,
he
it's an
has
absolutely
realised the
shocking
name, like
story,
you
and
said.
we continue to highlight
He
these
might have
stories
realised the
because there
name
are
of the
more and more
person.
stories like this happening every single day. But give me your thoughts in the comments what you think about this, and I will see you in the next one.
And I think that they're going to have to do something about it because it's gone wrong, hasn't it? King Charles. You know, he should be standing up and speaking about this stuff. He needs to start listening, King Charles, or get out. Sick of that bastard. I'm sick of him. I'm sick to death of this country and that woko bastards. They're just stupid. Oh, God, is that all they've got to say about the budget? What about people's lives? What about our life? What about our life?
And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now I was saying earlier on today that Liberal leaders, and for this instance...
No, sick of hearing them bastards. Yeah, I'm sick of hearing them. I've fucking had enough of the cunties. The cunties. Until fucking rain a boom, mama, come through with this, and this is we. Oh, fucker. Oh, Alex K didn't start now.
As we're joined by the inimitable, the brilliant Brendan O'Neill, Chief Political Writer
Alex
at
Phillips, sorry.
Spite Online.
Alex
Good
Gay,
morning,
Alex
Brendan.
Phillips.
Hi Alex, how's it going?
Alex Gay, I was thinking of the song, I was thinking of the DJ.
I know, it's hard to feel happy,
But I'm
we're
not
gonna
real
do our
impressed
best.
with you, love.
Because nothing is more
And your hair's
pleasurable
horrible.
than a bit of Schadenfreude.
Why have you got that
And
dark hair
certainly
at the
from
top?
the sort of cool comfort
Dye
of
your hair
the studio,
properly.
looking at what's going on to Auntie has put a little wry smile
I know
on
you
my
didn't
face,
talk, but
because,
I'm not
you know,
impressed with you.
It was the 11th hour today. The BBC were expected to make a big formal
Complaining about fucking Donald Trump. Okay. Well, thank you very much from Caroline Poynton in Manchester, Bury. And it's not Barry, it's B-U-R-Y. Look at the state of this fucking place. Jesus, it's shocking. What the fuck? Oh, right, I've watched this, I think, and it was like some smackheads or what, I don't know what they are. That's London. It looks like fucking Germany gone wrong. It looks like Pakistan gone wrong, doesn't it? We should just send them all to Pakistan. Why don't we just build the jails in Pakistan and anywhere else? Oh, yeah. They won't do this in Pakistan. They don't do that in Saudi Arabia. No, do they fuck? No. No.
You guys are from Birmingham. Baby.
State of it, the state of England, it is a fucking joke. It is a woko fucking joko. Oh, I've not seen him for ages.
Easy, tiger, easy, tiger. Sit yourself down. Listen, guys, if you get upset at some of my videos, this one is not for you.
I've not seen you for ages. I'll have a watch. I need to subscribe, that's why, because they cut me off the channel, mate. The other channel.
Down. Listen, guys, if you get upset at some of my videos, this one is not for you. Seriously.
Oh, I like you, mate. I've always liked you.
Put some bonus praying at the end in Scarborough, frolicking in the sea. Bedhamsley Detention Centre. Hell on earth for young people. I remember somebody a few years ago telling me, Mr. Samworth, I'm sat on a bus. We went to the detention centre, these young lads getting dropped off. Me, I'm staying on the bus to go to Durham. I've got 10 years. I'd rather do 10 years in Durham than a month at this place.
No, jeez.
Truly.
Well, bloody hell. I've not seen him for time.
In today's video, we're taking a look at a
record.
Muslim man walking through a Christmas market here in the UK and deliberately trying to provoke the people around him. As he moves through the market, he openly boasts about wanting it to become an Islamic market and claims that his religion is here to take over. He isn't saying this quietly or casually.
Nastily.
He's saying it loudly, clearly
I'm not being
aiming
arrested,
to get a
no.
reaction from the crowd.
And he won't get arrested by the police for, what you call it, breach of the peace. No, no arrest from the police.
And subscribe right now.
For breach of
Only
peace.
12% of viewers are subscribed. So join the community and help us grow. He then goes on to mock the locals by pointing out that some of the stalls allegedly don't sell pork anymore, using it as a way to taunt and irritate people who are just there to enjoy the day. His entire approach is confrontational from start to finish. He isn't trying to have a discussion.
He's the one that's
isn't
getting
making
halal
a
meat
point.
made
He's
for
trying
white
to provoke
trolls.
anger, record it, and get attention. The footage shows him weaving through the crowd with a smug attitude, laughing and poking fun at the atmosphere of the market. Instead of respecting the event or the people attending it, he uses the setting as a stage to push his own message and cause disruption.
Fuck you.
The goal is clear: stir the pot, annoy people, and create hostility in a place where families and ordinary people are simply trying to enjoy
Because they're not allowed.
the
I think that's
tradition.
Manchester, is it?
This
I
video
thought
is
it looked
about
like
his
Manchester.
behaviour, plain and simple, walking into a cultural event and intentionally trying to antagonise those around him. Nothing more, nothing less. Have a watch for yourself.
The Islamic Republic of the Manchester City Christmas market.
No police stopping him or saying to him, you can't say that, you can't go around saying that, you're disrupting the public, you're causing stress and alarm to the public. You'll have to leave. Nobody's asked him to leave. Might not need the police, alright, depends. But no security guard or anybody else is saying to him, look, you can't act like that, you need to leave if you're not going to calm down and do your shopping, have something to eat, whatever, then you're going to have to leave, sir. Why no one asked him to fucking leave?
Islamic and
we'll ask him to leave.
Clearly aiming to provoke the people around him. Everything he said and did was deliberate. He was seeking attention and a reaction. In other news, England's Special Educational Needs (SEN) Day provision is facing what council leaders say is a looming financial crisis, With warnings that the system could reach breaking point without urgent government action, the County Council's network, which represents the country's largest local authorities, said
because they can't do nothing for anybody else apart from the Islamic community.
By the end of the decade, council leaders said ministers must stop ducking reforms as the amount of statutory support grows significantly. The concerns come as the government delays a long-awaited white paper intended to set out changes to the system, pushing publication into next year. The postponement has fueled political tension, with Labour MPs urging ministers not to water down children's support provisions. They warned of political consequences should the government scale back existing entitlements. Department for Education (DFE) figures highlight the level of rising need. There are now 638,745 active education, health and care plans, EHCP, across England, a rise of 10.8% compared with the previous year. New plans issued in 2024 reached 97,747, marking a 15.8% increase on 2023. The County Council's network believes that by the end of the decade, 1 in 20 children may require such support, placing considerable pressure on local authority budgets. Specialist school enrolments have risen sharply. Around 194,000 pupils now attend specialist settings, compared with 109,000 in 2014/15. Council spending on these placements.
But why are all these children needing all this special help then?
2030, according to CCN estimates. The network said rising EHCP numbers are only part of the financial challenge. Increased reliance on costly placements and private school provision is also contributing to the strain facing councils. Families across England report long and difficult processes to secure the help their children require.
Yeah, because they're paying for illegal immigrants, mate. They don't give a fuck about our kids.
Has ADHD and autism, said, "My mental health took a hit. I couldn't cope with all the paperwork, so I ended up getting a solicitor, which is about £200 an hour." Claire Naylor, who runs a Taunton cafe supporting SEND families, described her experience seeking support for her 6-year-old son, MJ, who has non-verbal autism. She said, "The EHCP process became a real fight and a real battle to get those provisions put in place. We ended up having to go to court, which took us over a year. We had to spend thousands of pounds on private reports just to prove what we already knew." The future of EHCPS has become a central political issue. Education Secretary Bridget Phillipson has not confirmed whether the government plans to change or replace the document.
They don't give a fuck.
Campaigners and several MPs have asked ministers to guarantee that the legal entitlements remain Helen Hayes.
They give a fuck about your kids' education. They can't give a fuck if they get killed or not. If they get stabbed to death or not.
Rachel Filmer, founder of the Save Our Children's Rights campaign, said,
"There is no rights.
EHCPs, children have no legal right to any support, so things could be catastrophic."
Exactly,
Some
there is no
MPs
rights.
believe the delay to the white paper reflects internal disagreements over possible changes.
There is no rights for anyone. Nobody's got any rights.
One parliamentarian said the level of resistance to modifications would be serious and significant, while warning that families across the system is already fragile. Campaign organisations fear proposals could maintain HCPS, but reduce their specificity, potentially turning them into more generic documents offering less individualised support.
The Disneyland world, you can do all sorts in that.
Criticised the postponement of the white paper, calling it seriously damaging for children and families. Tory MP Saki Patti said, "SEND provision is vital to so many children, and that's why we all need the government to get its reforms right."
Right, well, thank you very much from Caroline Poynton in Manchester, Berry.